right, guys, we have been sent another package from Unius. Now, this is their newest mouse, their ultra lightweight mouse. I'm actually super excited to see this. Let's just open this box on up. Actually, I think this is kind of cool how it has this ready for ultralight thing on here. I'm pretty sure I think this is a sleeve that they sent me. They had told me they were sending me out a sleeve with it. They did send me this mouse out for a review and such, but it will still be my honest opinion on the mouse and everything. Yes, I believe this is the sleeve. Hold on, let's take a look at this. I'm not gonna lie, I love the fact that it's nice and simple. And not only that, this material feels amazing. This is like soft. Yeah, this is like silky. This is actually really nice. I like this. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably gonna take over. I have this one right now, but the material is not as good as this is. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably about to be my new main. I'm not gonna lie, but this is not what we're here for. We're here for this wireless gaming mouse right here, the Black Lotus. This box makes the mouse look huge, by the way. It's not this big. It is a carbon fiber composite mouse, which is one of the reasons I'm excited for it. That's probably why it's so lightweight. All right, now that the plastic's cut, and I didn't show it on camera because YouTube is weird about knives. Money shot. Oh my God. If you guys know what that's from, I love you. Okay, this is first look at the mouse. It has a very OP1 shape to it. If you guys know what that mouse is, it looks really nice. And check out the bottom, the little butterfly on there. Insane. Okay. Got the dongle. I'm pretty positive this is an 8K mouse. Yes, it is an 8K pulling mouse. I think this is a braided USB down here. Yes, it is. We got the braided USB cable, which actually looks really long, which is nice. Then I'm pretty sure this is just a manual. Maybe some extra skates in here. Maybe. Oh, whoa. A whole lot of stuff in here. Hold on. Whoa. Oh my. So they gave us grips, a whole bunch of grips, more grips if you want different color, I guess, different texture maybe. More skates. They give you dot skates and regular skates. More skates. And even more. Is some of these glass maybe? Any of these? I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Then they give you more grips and even more grips. Wow, they really load you up on like the different stuff on this. That is insane. Wow, I was not expecting to have all this. I thought I was just gonna like be a user manual. I didn't expect. Wow, I mean, that's kind of crazy. This is insanely cool. I've never seen a company give you that many different grips and skates and stuff in a box. I'm not gonna lie. Now, overall build quality, again, first impression, I'm not getting no creaking when I'm like pushing the sides or the back. I will compare this to the Final mouse that I have. It is the composite fiber mouse. The back of the Final mouse kind of, when you push on this, it dips in a lot. This does not actually have any of that. I'm not feeling any give on this mouse at all, to be completely honest with you, which is nice. The scroll wheel feels good, but we will get into more of the hard specs right after this. Let me clean up some of this and we'll just jump into all the different specs and stuff for the mouse.
After using the mouse for a bit, I can finally give my review on it now. Now, I did say there wasn't any creaks or anything when you guys heard me talking about it last, and honestly, it keeps up the same way. I've been using it for about a week or two, maybe. Still, zero creaking. No, the sides don't press in. The back is completely stable. Everything about it, honestly, is stable. And for a lightweight mouse that's carbon composite is kind of insane. Because like I said, my Final mouse, again, is kind of that same carbon build. And it does have some give. As you can see, I'm pushing right here, and you can see it in the back also pushes in a little bit. Now, I'm not trying to compare it directly to the Final mouse or anything, but I am just, that is another carbon mouse that I do have that does have give, and this one just does not have that. So I have to give this structural design and the actual build quality of the mouse a like A+ for what it is. Now, to get into more of the spec wise of it instead of the build quality, the sensor that it is running is the PixArt PAW3950, which is honestly really good. I didn't feel any stutters while I'm, tracking around doing any type of fast motion, which you guys know I do use a lot because I'm playing Fortnite mainly. So I'd say with that, it's a amazing feature. Overall, there is probably better sensors, but For what you're getting in this mouse, a lightweight mouse, this sensor is completely perfect. Now, the switches that are in for the mouse clicks and such are the Hano Gold micro switches, and I'm not gonna lie, they feel pretty good. They're not as light as I would like my Switch to be, but they are really light, and I mean, the actuation for it is 0.65, which is kind of crazy. It's supposed to be for soft clicks, but I kind of wish they were a little bit softer, or maybe just a little bit quieter is kind of what I'm wanting. But overall, for like fast clicking, fast edits for the game I play, Fortnite, or even if you're just trying to shoot first in like FPS games, it is overall really good. I didn't notice any problems with that at all, to be completely honest with you. Now, on top of that, this does, like I said, it does support 8K polling. This dongle does support it. Now, I'm running this mouse at 2K polling because overall, my PC just doesn't have a reason to run 8K. But if you are running a higher polling rate, that your battery life does basically cut in half. At 1000 hertz polling rate, you have 60 hours of playtime. 2000 has 25 hours, 4000 has 20 hours, and 8000 has 12. I'm running the mouse at 2000 polling because it feels great for games like Fortnite. Fortnite doesn't do good with 4000 or 8000. But I honestly haven't noticed any battery issues. I keep my mouse charged for the most part, so there probably is, you know, some leeway with that. But overall, that's how the battery is spec'd out to be, and I think it feels fine. I haven't had any problems. Like I said, mouse hasn't died on me, anything like that, and I normally play for long hours. And one of the last features I'm sure you guys want to hear me talk about is the actual scroll wheel. The scroll wheel, honestly, it feels normal. I wouldn't say it's anything too crazy, nothing to write home about, but I mean, it's kind of like a standard scroll wheel. The clicks feel pretty normal. I don't know, there's not much to talk about with the scroll wheel, to be completely honest with you. Now, I'm sure you guys do want to hear a sound test, which you guys know I always run one, so we will be doing a sound test on that. And overall, I mean, the mouse is good. Like I said, the build quality of it is insane for a ultra lightweight mouse. I think 39 grams it said it came at, which is kind of crazy. And not having any creaks or anything, absolutely amazing. The side buttons, the only thing I have bad to say about the mouse, and it's not even bad, I just wish the side buttons were a little bit bigger. But overall, the mouse is still really good. I would say, honestly, you guys could buy this mouse, no problem. It's one of the cheaper mice. You will not find a mouse with these specs, this lightweight, for $129. You just won't. And that alone, I think, makes it so it's like 100% I'm buying that. Like, I'd buy this with my own money every time. Like, for the specs, for the lightweight, everything about it, you're not beating this price. Like I said, my final mouse, again, I'm not trying to compare the two. My final mouse cost a little over 200, and it's basically, I wouldn't say the same, but I'm saying, like, lightweight wise, it's literally basically the exact same. I think my final mouse is a little bit lighter, but I mean, for $129 versus 200 is an absolutely insane difference, and you guys should definitely go cop one down below. But now, let's get into the sound test. The last thing I would like to show you guys before we get into some gameplay is the actual software. Now, it is a web software, which I do like. You can download it too, but I love that you can just use it on the web, which is absolutely amazing. And honestly, the software is super standard. It's super simple. Everything's right here that you need to change. I have my debounce time on the absolute lowest. They don't recommend doing that because you can get double clicks, but I haven't had any problems with that. I guess the switches are just that good. So if you are getting double clicks, make sure you kind of up this to 2 or even higher if you need to. Like I said, I run my polling rate at a 2000. You guys can't see it, but the polling rate is on the side here. Hold on, let me just hide this. Polling rate is on the side. With the DPI down low, I just run the DPI at 1600. The liftoff distance, I keep it at 0.7. Again, honestly, really good. Not a lot of mice have a 0.7 or a lower than a 1mm liftoff distance, so I like that it's at a 0.7. I don't use any of this other stuff, but it does offer, you know, you could change the keybinds of all of your stuff. You know, you can change this. Actually does have lighting on it. If you can see, it does have lighting. I don't use it because there is a theory that turning off RGB generally does give you lower latency. So I'm kind of doing that, but you can have RGB on if you want. You can have different effects on it, as you can see, which it is kind of cool if you do want that RGB on your mouse. Again, I don't use it, but if you do want it, it's there if you do want it. Now you can add macros. I don't have any macros. You're not allowed to use macros in Fortnite, but yeah, honestly, I like the software. It's super simple. Everything's right there in front of you, which is nice. Some things have complicated softwares. Like, I hate Razer Synapse. There's so much going on the page. I hate when I'm looking at everything. But without further ado, let's hop into some gameplay with this mouse so you guys can see it in action.
Careful, the music's about to get mad loud. 100.
Nice. How about it? He's running.
Alright.
Oh, this seems okay. Oh yeah, I just killed him. He just... Did he got to me? Please?
Dead.
Damn. Please, man? Wow.
Got a one. Dead.
How you guys have so many jobs?
35 white, 60 dead.
Yeah, these kids from Island are actually...
Got on one of these kids. Got on these guys. Superhero skins 1 HP. Nice. That's pushing him in zone. Please tell me he dies. Please. Yeah, what heals does he have?
I don't know.
I see him. I'm weird for that.